Stan Jabalisco here. I just read about a very interesting military technology that might be used against some of our more formidable adversaries. Two that I can think of in particular, if necessary. It's called a graphite bomb, and the technology has been around for at least 15 or 20 years, probably more than that. It's not a nuclear weapon. It does not cause widespread destruction. As a matter of fact, it's not really a bomb as such anyway. It doesn't explode and cause destruction. It doesn't create fallout. It's not nuclear. It would not be likely to provoke the kind of wrath in the world that the use of a nuclear weapon would provoke. A graphite bomb is pretty much what its name implies. It deploys or releases a bunch of canisters over a localized area that are full of graphite, and they explode kind of like big firecrackers and release these fine particles of graphite, which is a form of carbon, the same sort of carbon that you find in some lubricants and in pencil, quote, leads, unquote, except it's powder. It is electrically conductive. It's scattered into the atmosphere and it settles to the ground, kind of like coarse dust. As long as there's not too much wind, it won't blow around to any great distance. It simply settles over a designated area. When it hits the electrical wiring, the utility grid, it tends to short everything out. Its effect is temporary, maybe depending on the technology, weeks, days to weeks. But it basically shorts out all the transformers, blows all the fuses, and may also cause other forms of destruction depending on the technology used. Knock out the internet, knock out all military communications. It basically blacks all of the communications out in a particular zone, except, of course, for well-protected ham radio gear. Such a bomb could be used to disable the military capabilities of a country threatening to attack us without causing loss of life directly. As for what would happen in the absence of a utility grid, it's hard to say. No utility power. We've all heard about the electromagnetic pulse type of weapon, but this is not the same thing. You might Google on that term, graphite, like the kind of graphite you find in pencils. And graphite bomb, and see what you come up with. The interesting thing about that, too, is that the extent of collateral damage is essentially nil. It doesn't destroy any structures. It won't cause any radiation poisoning or anything of that sort. And if the country that is our purported enemy finally brings their power grid back up, we can just explode another one and another one. It has been deployed successfully in military applications in the past and could easily be deployed again. Stan Jabalisco signing off. Happy reading. Until next time, so long.